On Face the Nation on Sunday, Margaret Brennan will sit down with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky for an exclusive interview.
Now, before we get to that, a new jobs report was released today. The jobs picture is bright, but inflation is still at a 40-year high. So, Margaret, what are the takeaways from the March jobs report?
Well, this was a number that shows there's some momentum here. It's the 11th straight month of job gains. This is a recovery from the pandemic. But while you saw jobs added back in retail, in restaurants, you also saw a number of women come back into the workforce in a significant way. All good news. But as you indicated there, while you are seeing wages go up, you are also seeing the price of consumer goods go up more so. So inflation is eating into that paycheck. And this is a real economic concern. It's also a political one. So it's something that we will continue to cover closely on Face the Nation.
Margaret, what impact will the president's emergency release of oil from the Strategic Petroleum Reserve actually have on gas prices? What's the expectation?
Well, this was a big dent. I mean, the president is going to be releasing about a third of America's emergency stockpile starting in May. But he estimates all of this will add up to about 10 to 35 cents per gallon less than what you're spending right now. So certainly any help is welcome in certain parts of the country where their prices are extremely elevated. But it won't necessarily solve the problem in the immediate term, because you still have that big risk out there of this war with Russia in Ukraine, the uncertainty around that. The United States has bans on imports of Russian oil, Venezuelan oil, Iranian oil. So there are a lot of sort of complicated factors impacting what's on the market right now. The United States has increased production and is projected to actually be at record levels in 2023 here in the United States. So it's just that you don't automatically flip a switch and have those prices go down. There are so many factors at play. As you mentioned, inflation at a 40-year high. That was the case even before the war started in Ukraine.
Well, Margaret, getting to that exclusive interview we talked about with Ukrainian President Zelensky, he's going to be joining you on Sunday for an interview. Now, he said conditions in southern Ukraine and the eastern region of Donbass remain extremely difficult. And the Department of Defense says that Russia is repositioning forces to the east. So how likely is it that Russia could capture a Ukrainian city, a key city like Mariupol?
That is a real risk. It is something that we know the Pentagon is watching closely as well when they look at Russian military forces potentially being able to capture a significant city like Mariupol in the south. This would give them a win when they haven't had many. It would give them a toehold that would also allow them to resupply forces. And so this could be a key moment in the fight. And we want to talk to President Zelensky about what his forces need to ultimately win this war. They've outperformed expectations to date. How do they actually win and get Vladimir Putin to back down? Because so far, the diplomacy has gone nowhere.
Okay, looking forward to that interview. Margaret Brennan, thank you for joining us. And join Margaret for Face the Nation Sunday morning at 10:30. That'll be followed by Facing South Florida with Jim DeFeeti at 11:30.